Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. In this episode today, I'm going to be talking about shyness and the reasons why people suffer from shyness, as well as some tips and techniques to help overcome shyness, as well as what I see shyness is as a definition for me, and hopefully it may be for you. So, first of all, I have a few things to say before we get talking about this. First of all, my throat dries out a bit, so I'll have to take the odd drink of water here and there, so I really do apologise for that. Secondly, I'd like to make a disclaimer saying I'm not a professional, not qualified. I've just experienced this as well, so I'd like to share my experiences with you so I could hopefully help you overcome this quicker than I did. So that's what I really would hope to do, so you didn't have to go through what all I had to go through, basically. But as well as, if you're really, really struggling, I would highly advise contacting a professional as soon as possible. That is the best thing for you to do. They can give you the advice that you need and go into specifics of the details that you need for the problems that you're suffering from, because it can be quite involved and quite complex. And this is just like a generic YouTube channel at the moment. But if you would like, obviously, more advice on a specific case, I would gladly give my advice for you. If you send me one in an email, then I'll make a video for you. But I said that in my trailer. So anyway, firstly of all, I would say I see shyness is a lack of self-confidence and self-value in one's self-worth. Basically, what it means, you're so afraid of what other people will think of you the whole time. If you know what I'm saying, you don't say things like you want to say, and you've kind of right. If I say this, what will they think of me? If I don't say this, what will they think of this? Oh my goodness, why are they so shy? I'm not saying anything. It's going to be awkward. It's like that. You're constantly whole the time analysing what you have to you're thinking. So the way I've overcome shyness, personally, in my own belief, is to stop worrying what other people think of you. I know that sounds so foreign and it sounds so easy to do, but it's not. But it is once you get there, and it feels better. It's basically what you got to do is, it's like you got to tell yourself, I have self-value, and you do. And then you tell yourself, you have to believe it, and then you have to know. It's like, and you got to stop comparing yourself to other people. That is one of the main problems. It's like, oh, they got more money than me. It's like, oh, it's like things like that. If you don't stop comparing yourself to other people and stop worrying about what other people think of you and just get on with your own life, then it all becomes a lot easier. But that does take a lot of time and a lot of technique. And sometimes you may revert back. You may get two steps forward, but you may take three steps back. But you know in your mindset that you're still right, that if you don't worry what other people think of you, obviously if you're not being a douchebag or a douche girl, then you're okay. So that's what my main advice is for that. I'm sorry guys, I got a bit of I went a bit blank there. So I see that's how emotion is. It's like you're always having to worry what people think of you the whole time, and then it hinders you for who you are. Then you're not happy that you don't say anything. Then you want to say something, but then you're afraid of what someone else will think of you. So it creates like this vicious cycle that you can never get out of it. And then the only way that we truly can get out of it is actually to just like it's like not giving a shit. Basically, don't give a shit what other people think of you. If it's not, as long as you're not doing anything wrong, it doesn't matter. And the point is, as well as if you're talking to someone, and if they're not being very responsive back to you, for example, saying like that, maybe they suffer from extreme shyness as well. And then maybe you're what's the word? Hang on, what's the word I'm looking for? You're projecting maybe that they don't like you, but maybe they're so shy within themselves that they're afraid to say anything back, and it creates like this whole vicious cycle. Then you're analysing it and looking into something, you just don't know what people are thinking. But that's the thing, don't worry if they don't talk very much about back to you. It may be because they're suffering from shyness, or maybe they don't really want to talk. And if that is the case, then so be it, and that's just how it is. And I know that's the problem. When you're really shy, you want to talk to people and try to be confident, and then you've got to come to the realisation not everyone wants to talk to you. But that is quite a hard thing to learn when you're quite new and trying to become more confident. You want everyone to try. You try so hard at first to talk to people, and then it doesn't work, and then you get a bit disheartened. But it may not actually be you. It may not be actually you. You won't know. You will never know if it is you, because it may be them. Maybe because they're really shy, they may not talk back to you as much as they want. Or maybe you've got nothing in common. And if they've got nothing in common, or they're not very talkative that day, maybe something bad happened for them. You just don't know. Yeah, things like that basically. So where was I going? That's the thing. I got a bit sidetracked. So yeah, that's the thing. When you initially start, that will probably happen quite a bit. You try hard, and you're gonna fail a bit more, than knocks you back. But you got to come to the realization quickly, or try to do it quickly. And then I was like, did I do anything wrong? Anything wrong? But if you're trying to talk to someone and it's just like I want to get confidence. I'm only confident when this is going well. If you don't worry what people think of you, if it's good or bad, then it won't affect your confidence, and you won't feel bad. Or it's like, I feel like I can't say this. It's like, if you don't worry if it goes good or bad, and then if it goes bad, then it goes bad. It's like, that's what a lot of people are thinking. A lot of people are afraid of things going bad. They're afraid of what people think of me, or what people think of me that's go bad. But what I've learned to do, it's quite difficult. If things go bad, you say something wrong. Just take a little. I know this sounds really counterproductive if you're really, really, really shy, but just take the mick out of yourself a bit. It's like, yeah, I know, it was rubbish, wasn't it? Like, kind of like that. Or we can make a better joke out of it like that, but it just shows you like a level of confidence. At first, you may not mean it, but eventually it will come naturally, and you'll start to feel, yeah, so what? Everyone makes mistakes, we're human. But that's the thing, we're all trying to achieve perfection and for everyone to like us. And we got to come to the realisation that we're all going to make mistakes and the things that we say. And we got to stop projecting and for other people to like us. So you got to let them, to get them to know us, get to know people. You just got to talk to them and see how they are. If they don't like you, then you just have to come to them terms. So that's the thing. So if things don't go well, what I would advise is to just take the mick out of yourself a bit, and then just move on. It's like, it just shows you that people can't bother you. And then the sad thing is, you are going to meet manipulative people in your life, and they are going to try and put you down. So when you become more confident, starting to get more confident, and you say something wrong, some people will make snide remarks to make you put down, because they're have so lack of self-esteem in themselves. The only way they make themselves feel better is to put you down. And then that's hard for people who have suffered from shyness. I have had that. That's happened to me at work a few years back now. I'll give you an example. It's like when I started to talk about the things that I'm doing in my life, in my YouTube channel, so I've got other YouTube channels, she started running me down. It's like I started to do that because she hasn't got much going in her life and things like that. So the thing is, you've got to realise that there will be people who will put you down because that makes them feel better, because things aren't going well in their life. They have to put you down to make you feel down, and it gets them off and makes them feel a bit better that someone else is like them. And the reason being is because they have a low self-esteem within themselves, and they have to make others feel bad for them to feel good. So they have a low self-esteem issue. So it's not just people who are shy. Also, people who are really, really confident also have self-esteem issues. One sec, guys, my voice is drying up a bit. I'm getting a bit passionate about this. Yeah, they have lower self-esteem issues within themselves. So they have to affirm that I'm so great at this, but they don't have the ability to back it up, because they feel like the only way I have value and I'm so good is for other people to think of me, I have this so much great ability, but I don't actually have it. And that's the way they make themselves feel better. You see, it works both ways. People are very, very shy, people are very, very confident, you see. It happens both ways, and the best thing is to try and be in the middle. You can't be dead in the middle, but you just got to find the balance which makes you happy. You're always going to lean on the fence a bit and sway from one side to the other. The thing is just to let things pass and not let it bother you. And if you make a mistake in the things you say, and if it really offends someone, if you don't know, then you apologise and then move on. But if they don't like what you're saying and they take the mick out of you a bit, just take the mick, I know, take the mick out yourself. Don't let it bother you. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. So that's what I was saying basically. For the people who are really, really confident, if they don't have the ability to back it up, they're just going to be doing that because they have a lower self-esteem and they have to assert themselves better than other people so that they feel better about themselves. But as they have no ability in that, they feel bad, so they have to delude themselves a bit. And if you are like that, you do have that, I know it's hard, try doing something that you want to do. Try starting a new hobby, maybe doing a short-term college course if you're unqualified or anything. Try to do something, get a hobby, open a new YouTube channel, I don't know, do something. Or join a volunteering group, I don't know. Do something you want to do. Don't let other people define what you've got to do. You've got to find what makes you happy and what you find interesting. For example, if I did voluntary work, I'd probably want to work with animals. I really like animals. So maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know. It's up to you. So, things like that. So, I just got to think for a sec. So, yes, I was saying, so people who are really overconfident, so when you see them and they're really overconfident, that's going to make you feel less confident if you're shy within yourself. You see what I mean? They make you feel more shy, but really they're shy within themselves. So you're both shy, but you don't really admit it. So it's like some kind of weird game. I don't know how to describe it. It's like a weird game in the head or something. It's like, I'm really shy. I know, I have no confidence in myself. Right? Like I have to assert. I have so much confidence because I don't have the ability. If you know what I mean? I want other people to like me because if people really know the truth that I can't do these things, maybe people won't like me. Maybe there might be other factors, I don't know. That's what I've just experienced from my personal life. If people have any personal questions, please post them in the comments section box below when I'm talking about this. Yeah. As well as, I will be saying that the truly only way to truly overcome this issue of shyness is to truly not give a shit what people think of you. I don't mean to swear, but that is the only way to do it. Don't give a shit. Obviously, you got to take pride within yourself and care for other people. But if other people don't like you for what you're saying if I did this to this and this today, whatever it is, I don't know. I walked my dog early. And then picked up a newspaper, then I went to work, then I took them home, and then something else, I did a hobby, I done dancing, and then you told someone else about your day, and then they call you like a hermit, or, not a hermit, but if they took the mick out of you because you did dancing or whatever, really, it doesn't matter, it's because they're trying to put you down. That people do try to put people down because to make other people feel better. I know I'm really rambling on a bit here, so I'll probably call the video here. So I'll briefly summarise again of what you need to do. So if you're really shy, you got to stop worrying what other people think of you. If people like you, they like you, and if they don't, they don't. You got to think about what you're saying, and if they don't like you, you need to think, is there anything wrong with what I'm saying? And if there isn't, then it's not your problem. Maybe they've got the problem. Maybe they're shy within themselves, and maybe they have shyness issues, and then you're projecting that issue, and maybe it's them, but it really isn't them. So you really just got to just let it go and let it flow. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And there are people who are very confident, which you may feel like, oh, they're so confident. I was like, they can do everything. But really, they're shy within themselves. And they have to think that they have value by saying they do all these things, but they don't. As in the next video, I will tell you a story about that. I've had a case where I've been trying to grow more confident, but I met someone who exaggerates what they do. I would also class them as like a sociopathic liar, as I found out they were. As well as, that's what I'm saying. So basically, yeah, you don't let them make you feel bad because you haven't got the same level of confidence as them. You've got to just worry about who you are as a person. It's like here, it's like I've really struggled to make this video here, the way it comes across, because I have confidence issues. But it only gets better with time, with practice. As well as for techniques, there are breathing exercises that you could do to help you become less anxious. So if you start going into thinking like, what they think of me, what they think of me, what will 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 they think of me, I want to be liked, I want to be liked, I want to be liked. If you go into that kind of circular reasoning, which I've done myself, I have done it, and I did do it, there are breathing exercises you do. You breathe in for 4 seconds like so. And you let out for 6, and you just do that several times, and then what that does, it creates more oxygen to the brain, or more air to the brain, I don't know the real name, but it gives more air to the brain, and it gives more chemicals to help you more relaxed and mellow a bit. Also, exercise is a great thing for making yourself feel better, as well as it gets you back into shape, and it can also get you out and about meeting new people, or more opportunities for that, as well as there are techniques. So if you're feeling really anxious, you can, if you're sitting down and you're somewhere new, you can grab like the shoulder and then grab it for like 6 seconds, squeeze it tightly, and then release, and squeeze it tight and release, and things like that. There's like loads of techniques. If you go online, you can find them all, and you can find what's good for you, or what works for you that moment in time. It may change, so you also may work better later. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. You just need to find what works for you. And yeah, that's really good advice I have to give. I know this is probably all patchy all over here, and I probably went over a few points over and over again here and there, but this was just my thinking process. Hopefully the videos will flow better next time, or in the next several videos. So if you found this video helpful, please feel free to subscribe or share these videos, or even share them to your friends who are suffering from the same problem, or if you know someone who is suffering from it, or share it with them. The thing is, I find a lot is it's like we're so afraid of what other people will think. So we try to help people, but then we're afraid of what will they think of us if we try to help them. A lot of it is fear of doing something wrong. In case it is, and fear does control you. So you just got to let go of the fear. It may go wrong, it may not. You just have to see. And if it does go wrong, you just have to accept you're going to feel bad for a bit. But then you move on. You move on. And then maybe it's beneficial that person isn't in your life. Maybe they're toxic, maybe they're not. If it's not going to be, you're not both happy together. This could be friendships or relationships. Why would you want to be with that person? Anyway, so please feel free to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I do not know what I'm going to be talking about in my next video. If there's anything else you'd like to talk to me about shyness, if you ask questions about shyness in my life or in general, I will make a video about it for you. Also, again, you can remember to write me any problems that you have, and I'll make you a video talking about some options that you can take and the reasons why you might be feeling the way you are. And it's sometimes best to have like an outside view. And all my voice is drying up now, so I'm going to struggle to end this video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I just got some water, as my voice just dried up so much I actually couldn't talk anymore. So I think I was ending the video there. So yeah, please feel free to write me your questions. I will change all your personal information if you would like to make you a video talking about a subject matter that you need resolving from an outside source. So yeah, please share these videos, like and comment. I really would appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. boys and girls. Oh my goodness, it sounds like a show for the circus. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, anyway, I really hope this has helped you in understanding a bit more. Just to let you know, I did actually really struggle to actually make this video, and I really should have planned it a bit better at first, and so that's why it may seem a bit patchy, a bit rambly, but I'm getting the ability to more talk to the microphone, which is a bit odd at the moment for me, and it's like it's something new to me, so if something's new, it's a bit hard, so it's not a lack of self-confidence, but initially it is, but you pick up a bit quicker at a time as you get more confidence. It's like a snowball at the end of the day, and that's how it is. Sometimes you will actually go further back and become less confident, but it doesn't matter, you can move forward. That would be my main advice. And my main advice to truly getting over emotion is to stop worrying what other people are thinking about you. But that doesn't mean you're not caring about them, if you know what I mean. There's kind of a difference there, if you can see what I'm saying. So yeah, that's my last bit of advice. So take care, guys and ladies.